So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best Cypher camera spots and setups for the new map ICEBOX. Riot was kind enough to allow myself and a bunch of other content creators to check out the new act early and get some gameplay, so huge shout out to them for letting me do this. So first up, we're going to be starting off with A site camera spot, and personally after playing Cypher on this map, I think that he is weaker on A site, but there are still some decent camera spots for getting info that can be especially helpful if you need to retake the site. So for the first couple camera spots, you're going to need to jump on this ledge right here. And to do that, you need to run at the ledge and do a crouch jump to make it on top. But once you're on top, you can look to this back wall here. Right at the top of this blue tile is where the camera can be placed. And then you can do a jump to place it higher like this. And this was the main camera I was using for this site. It worked pretty well. It's pretty high up. You can see if anyone walks into A from mid right here. And you'll be able to see the rest of the site as well if people are pushing onto it from the main pipes area. So from the same ledge here, you can place a camera along this wall. Once again, aim right at the top of the blue tile, then do a jump place like this. And once again, you can see the entire site and you'll be able to see more of the pipes area. So you'll be able to see if anyone takes a zip line across. You'll be able to see if anyone pushes through pipes onto site. The only thing that you can't cover is this back entrance to the site from the defender side. One thing you should know is that this camera can only be placed once the buy barrier goes down though. So from the zipline area right here, you can aim along this wall right here. Once again, do a jump place to place it higher. And it covers basically the same info as this other cam. However, this time you can see more of the entrance to site from mid over here in this corner. But you'll still be able to see if anyone pushes through pipes towards site. Once again, you can only place it once the buy barrier goes down. From the same zipline area, once the buy barrier goes down, if you want really aggressive early info, you can throw your cam right here, just like this. And you'll be able to see further back towards the attacker's spawn. Of course, this camera is very obvious and in the open, so you're basically trading it off for information. So moving on to Tripwire Spots for a site. Once again, I don't really think Cypher's good on this site, and a reason for that is because the buy barrier blocks off a lot of the spots you're gonna be wanting to place your tripwires at. So most of these you need to place once the barrier goes down. However, you still can do that safely without getting seen by the attackers if you place it quickly. So the first tripwire spot I like is right here along the generator, aiming it just like this. This way, nobody can just walk up this ramp towards site without getting hit by the wire. Obviously, someone could take the zip line across, but that is completely unavoidable. With this wire, the attackers also can't just jump on this ledge right here and then jump over this wire. They actually have to break the wire to get through this way. And for the wire for this side, you should try and place one right here, just like this. Once again, the barrier needs to be down, but if you place it here, it has to be broken, and it can't be jumped over without the attackers taking the zip line. So these two tripwires force the attackers to either break these wires and give you information, take the zip line across, or come in through the mid entrance here. If you're playing Cypher on a site, you should also consider maybe placing a wire right here once the barrier goes down. That way you'll know if someone is pushing up mid and coming through elbow here. So for cage spots, you can do something like this right here for this tripwire, or you could do something like this for this tripwire. And if you're playing an angle like this, if someone hits your tripwire, you can easily detonate your cage and spray through. Same thing with this tripwire. It's an easy peek if someone breaks or hits it. Detonate your cage, get an easy spray kill through the cage. So the best Cypher setup for a site ICEBOX looks like this. So I'm also going to be including mid as its own sort of area here. From my experience, mid was always super contested and very important to getting overall map control, and Cypher can do a great job of getting info to help get that map control. So first up, for mid camera spots, right up to the barrier right here, and aim right at the corner of this building right near the tube. Once the buy barrier goes down, you can just place your camera right here, fall back into cover, and check your cam to see if the attackers are pushing up mid, either towards the tube or pushing past the blue crate. Another really good camera that you can place basically right as the buy barrier goes down, aiming along the left side of the green tarp crate right here, just like this. And once again, you get a great peek right into the attacker's spawn. You'll be able to see if anyone is going towards the A building or pushing up mid. And if you're placing your tripwires mid, what I recommend is placing them so that way nobody can get through the tube like this. But also placing one in this window is pretty important as well. That way the attackers can't just walk under the tube and then jump up towards the window like this and sneak through window and either push your spawn or come behind you at B site. So both of these wires are really useful, and once again, just great for keeping general mid control. So finally, we are going to be moving on to B site and B site camera spots. First up, the camera spot I really like is right here at the bottom of this tower, just like this. This gives you a great overall view of site. Plus, you'll be able to see if anyone is pushing through the green crates area, and you'll be able to see if anyone is trying to sneak up through mid onto the box and in through that little window. Another cam I really like is right here on this orange crate, just like this. With this cam, you'll be able to see if anyone pushes past the yellow crates on this side. Plus, you'll still be able to see if anyone pushes through mid under the tube, and you get a pretty decent view of the site itself. Another camera I really like for B site, you can place by jumping on top of the green crates right here. And to place this camera, all you need to do is aim at this antenna, and you can easily place it just like this. And with this camera, you can see once again if anyone pushes under the tube towards mid or B site, and you can see this entire crates area as well. So you'll be able to see if anyone is pushing out from the green crates to the yellow crate or walking behind the yellow crate towards site. I think this is definitely one of the better cameras for this site. So if you want early info at B site, what you can do is stand at the barrier right here and aim along this gray crate just like this. Place your camera. With this camera, you can get an early peek into the garage and the elbow near garage to see if any of the attackers are pushing towards B site. So moving on to B site tripwire spots. This one right here and this one right here are pretty straightforward, but they do a good job of being able to get the info if someone walks under the tube without you seeing them. And for over here, you need to make sure that your tripwires are far away from this crate right here, because the attackers can easily jump on top of it and jump over your tripwires if you're not careful. So a good tripwire spot for this side is right here on the right side of this middle crate. It's not jumpable. And over here, somewhere like this works fine. And this blocks off both pathways, forcing the attackers to either break the tripwires or avoid this area. Like I said, if you're not careful though, the attackers could easily use the crate to jump over a tripwire if you place it too close to this crate. It can also be a good idea to have one tripwire back here. That way, if you happen to lose mid control, someone can't just walk up behind you through the hallway and sneak up behind you on site. So finally, we actually have a one-way cage for B site. So for this one-way, all you want to do is aim at the corner of this crate right here, just like this, and throw your cage so it lands on top of it. So just like this. And once you detonate this cage, you have a pretty decent one-way towards the middle of B site. It is pretty situational, but it can be useful if you want to try it out. So overall, my best Cypher setup for B site ICEBOX looks like this.
Cage triggered.
So that is all for my best Cypher setups for the new map ICEBOX. Once again, huge thank you to Riot for allowing us to do this. And if there are any major changes to how Cypher is played or the setups themselves throughout the next couple weeks, I will definitely make an updated video showing you guys what I've been using. So if you want to see more Valorant videos and guides like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see me play Cypher live on my stream, then be sure to follow my Twitch. The link will be in the description below.